Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP possible from the Mandeville Gold Saucer every week on a Friday when judging begins for the Fashion Report minigame. This is week 214, and this time around the theme is Well-Wrapped Bandit. The individual clues include Natural Beauty for your helm, Fashion Bandit for your chest, Restoration Regalia for your legs, and Moccasin City for your feet. In this video we have a 180 with dies and the easiest 80 possible, so without further ado, let's get straight on to that 100. Alrighty then, so for the 100, as you can see, very easily acquired here, I went for the Stable Maid's Hat. This is because this is a vendor purchased item, which you can get at low-level city-state armor vendors such as Gwalta in Uldar's Market District there in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. This is a very easily obtainable hat, but this is obviously by no means the only hat that would work for this slot. Obviously other models that aren't vendor purchased will work as well if you have those instead, such as the Pearl Capeline, the Roselle Capeline, and other straw hats like that should probably work as well. But of course this is available to all classes level 12 and above, and you can get this from a vendor, so why would you want anything else? For the chest piece then, I went for the Woad Skywix Fur. It's just the one I had lying around in my retainer. This is actually equipped by casters, as you can see, level 53 and above, and this was obtainable from Som Al, the original Som Al dungeon. And alternatives to this include any of the other Woad chest pieces from Som Al dungeon. So it doesn't matter what particular job you play, you can just get the Woad chess piece for your particular class, and you can just put that on and it will work perfectly fine. Like I say, this is the one I had lying around, but of course the healer one, the caster one, the melee one, etc., all of those will work for gold for this slot if they've got Woad in the title. For the legs then, there's actually two items that will work for this. This is the Craftsman's Leather Trousers. This is obtainable with Skybuilder scripts from the Ishgard Restoration for 2,200 Skybuilder scripts specifically. The other alternative is the coverall bottom, the Craftsman's, coverall bottoms, which also cost 2,200 Skybuilder scripts. There are no other alternatives beyond that, so I'm afraid you're going to have to either get these from the market board if you want a 100 this week, or you're going to have to go and spend your Skybuilder scripts, 2,200 of those, to get either the Craftsman's Leather Trousers, which I've got here, or the Craftsman's Coverall Bottoms. Both of those work for gold, and I don't see any other alternatives, at least in history, from what we've had with this clue before. And finally, for the boots then, I went for the Expeditioner's Moccasins. The reason for this is because they're equipable by all classes level 1 and above in the entire game. Alternatives include pretty much any moccasins in the game. Now, that's quite a lot of moccasins, but some picks here would be the Hunting Moccasins, the Dalmor Skin Moccasins, New World Moccasins, and the Wolf Moccasins. Those are my picks there. Fairly easy to access, but if you find something that says such and such moccasins, there's a good chance that would work for gold this week. Moccasin City is quite, well, an easy clue really, isn't it? Just moccasins will work. And that's the 100 we've come up with. It's not particularly difficult, but there are some elements that require you to either pre-prepare or go and do some Al for a chess piece. So let's move on to an 80 with dies, which should be much easier. Alright, for the die options, as you can see here, there's not really that much reprise here, unfortunately, because of all of the gunmetal black. But as you can see, the weapon, any weapon in the game that's dyeable should be dyed gunmetal black. Any helm in a game that's dyeable should be Coerl yellow. For a body, we went for Oppo brown. Hands need to be sky blue, not to be confused with the metallic one. This is the original sky blue dye. The legs need to be gunmetal black, and the feet need to be gunmetal black. So that's 3 gunmetal blacks, which are either Skybuilder scripts or quite an expensive fare on the market board, obviously. Not a terrible dye options, but not the best either. At least there's no jet black or pure white this week. I suppose that's one of the saving graces, but it's not ideal. So let's move on to the easiest 80 possible of a week with the minimal amount of cost and the minimal amount of effort. Alrighty then, so for the easiest 80 possible, I came up with this solution. So essentially we've got the stable maid's hat there, which is the vendor purchased hat, and what I've done is I've dyed that quill yellow, which is the best in slot dye. Quill yellow, quite easily obtainable, I think you'll agree. And then what I've done is I've got any legs in the game and I've dyed those soot black, because obviously black will still give us some points, but it's not as good as the obviously best in slot gunmetal. So we've gone for soot black on our legs, and then any feet in the game, soot black as well. That's the dye we've chosen. So stablemaid's hat with quill yellow, soot black on any legs, soot black on any feet, and that got me an 80 score. Obviously, another option to do this would be to go for soot black on the weapon instead of putting quill yellow on our stablemaid's hat there. So if we had stablemaid's hat, soot black on any weapon in the game that's dyeable, soot black on legs, and soot black on feet. So that would also give you an 80 score if you'd rather, because soot black is quite easy to obtain. The reason that you would probably stray away from, dyeing specifically the weapon is because not everybody necessarily will have a dyeable weapon at their disposal. I found that out actually in testing before on a previous fashion report, so that's why I chose to do like quill yellow on the helm there. But then again, any sort of mix and match of like 2 items or 1 item from the previous 100 and then 2 dyes that are, the same color but not the same color will always work. That's pretty much how you get an 80 score. But if you're having any trouble, make sure that you have something equipped in every single gear slot. That's the first thing, because you won't get 80 without that. And make sure that, if you have any issues, just try dyeing that weapon soot black as well. And you should be absolutely fine. But like I say, this works for me. The proof is literally on screen for you. But yeah, thank you so much to Kaya Star and the rest of the people who post on Reddit every week, as well as on social media. It really helps make these videos possible. Much love. A link in the description will take you to the Reddit thread, at least, where the dyes were theorized this week. And I will see you all next time. Have a great Friday, and hopefully the live letter brings something exciting. I'm sure it will. Bye-bye.